What happened to our sun over 7,000 years ago? This is by Nagoya University, Science Daily. Analysis of tree rings reveals a very highly abnormal solar activity in the mid-Holocene. By analyzing the level of carbon isotope in tree rings from a specimen of ancient bristlecone pine, researchers have revealed that the sun exhibited a unique pattern of activity in 5,480 BC. By comparing this event with other similar but more recent phenomena, they report that this event may have involved a change in the sun's magnetic activity or a number of successive solar burst emissions. An international team led by researchers at Nagoya University, along with US and Swiss colleagues, has identified a new type of solar event and dated it to the year 5480 BC, and they did this by measuring carbon-14 levels in tree rings, which reflect the effects of cosmic radiation on the atmosphere at the time. They have also proposed causes of this event, thereby extending knowledge of how the sun behaves. When the activity of the sun changes, it has direct effects on our Earth. So whatever happens on the sun has an effect on our Earth's weather. For example, when the sun is relatively inactive, the amount of the type of carbon called carbon-14 increases in the Earth's atmosphere. Because carbon is in the air is absorbed by trees, carbon-14 levels in the tree rings actually reflect solar activity and unusual solar events in the past. The team took advantage of such a phenomenon by analyzing a specimen from a bristlecone pine tree, a specimen that can live for thousands of years, to look back deep into the history of the sun. Quote, "We measured the 14C levels in the pine sample at 3 different laboratories in Japan, the US, and Switzerland to ensure the reliability of our results." This is what A.J. Timothy Joel of the University of Arizona says. He explains, "We found a change in the carbon-14 that was more abrupt than any found previously, except for cosmic ray events in 775 AD and 994 AD, and our use of annual data rather than data for each decade allowed us to pinpoint exactly when this occurred." The team attempted to develop an explanation for the anomalous solar activity data by comparing features of carbon-14 change with those of other solar events known to have occurred over the last couple of thousand years. Quote, "Although this newly discovered event is more dramatic than others found to date, comparisons of carbon-14 data among them can help us to work out what happened to the sun at this time." Fusa Miyake of Nagoya University says, and she adds, "We think that the change in the magnetic activity of the sun, along with a series of strong solar bursts or a very weak sun, may have caused the unusual tree ring data. Although the poor understanding of the mechanisms behind unusual solar activity has hampered efforts to definitively explain the team's findings, they hope that additional studies such as telescopic findings of flares given off by other sun-like stars could lead to an accurate explanation." This is by Nagoya University and by Fusa Miyake and A.G. Timothy, Joel, Irina Panyashukina, Lucas Wacker, and Matthew Zater, and the rest. And this is on Science Daily. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.